Hello everyone, and welcome back to our letter B in our stitch along, creating a dictionary of stitches. So today we're going to be doing blanket stitch, and I think I'll do a second one as part of this because it's basically just doing another row of blanket stitch to create blanket stitch double. So I'm going to be using the lines in my fabric, but if you didn't have lines, I'd suggest you draw two parallel lines, and then the stitches are going to kind of be not meeting, but interlocking with each other in the middle. But don't worry about that for now. Even if you want to just start with drawing one line, that's what we're going to be doing our first row of blanket stitches along. So pop out of the fabric where you want your blanket stitches to start. And this will be the lower sort of line of the right angle. And then I'm going to be just going up slightly into the white area because that's where I'll have my stitches overlapping slightly there. And then the way they show you in the book is rather than just doing stitches up and down, you can bring your needle out with that stitch downwards. So you've come in at the top and you're popping out at the bottom, and then you're pulling it through, and that's forming your loop. You can still do the up and down and that will achieve the same effect. This is just, I think, meant to be a smoother way, and it means you're just working on the front of your fabric. Can be a little bit harder when it's being held in the hoop, and also I'm not wanting to block the view with my hand, and also just to get the needle to come out in the right spot. Go in at the right spot at the top and then pop out at the right spot at the bottom. We will get there. Now hopefully you can see that, yes. Got you in vision, got the needle in the right place, and we can go on. And so now move along the equal distance. Angle your needle out at the bottom where you want it to come out. It's a bit too far. Make sure your thread is underneath, because that has to be there to create the loop, and then on you go. So I hope you're all having a great day or a great evening. Getting a few of these videos done on Sunday because it's such a stormy day out there. Well, windy, not stormy, not much rain, but lots of wind. So again, make sure your thread's underneath the needle if you're doing it that way. Well, but regardless, you'll need to catch your loop. I think Travis is wanting to actually go for another walk, but I just think that it's a bit wild out there. So I might give him some sniffing training, which I know, Martha, you were telling me about you've done with your dogs previously, and I know some other former guide dog pups have really enjoyed it as well. And I heard a vet on the radio talking about it the other day when I was travelling home in the car. So I've got to look up properly. I know you can get instructors, and yeah, definitely I'd like to get Travis into that, but I'd like to look at some exercises that I can start him off with at home. So I've got to do a bit of research into that. Because apparently it's just, the vet on the radio was saying it's as good as taking them for a really sort of vigorous walk, because when they're doing their smelling, it's just kind of using all their senses. It's very exhausting for them, so it's really good for their sort of mental interest and mental well-being as well. Apparently if you have anxious dogs, it can be a really good way for them to manage that anxiety, so that's pretty cool. For us humans, I reckon stitching's way up there with a whole range of health benefits for us. I think it'd be hard pressed to find someone and give them stitchery and give them the support to actually sort of be able to do it. I'm just going to untangle my needle and not have them derive benefits from it, because it's so relaxing. So I think that's enough for my row here. So I'm going to take my needle through to the back, so we lock down that last stitch, and then I am going to tie it off so it's out of the way. Now let's do our next row of stitches so that we will knock off 2 stitches in one go. I said I was always going to do them individually, but in this case I think it makes sense to do a second row. So I'm thinking I might use this vintage ecru made in England. The brand is Shade. So I love my vintage. I hope it will show out. I think it will. Whether it will show out that well on the camera, I'm not sure, but I could always use, no, I don't think I want to use a double width of it. I don't know how well it would work that way. I could always go over and do a second set of stitches if I needed to, but let's see how we go. So if you didn't have the line of the fabric, you'd draw another line parallel. You can sort of see how I do this and then work out where you want your other line to be. And so we're going to turn our piece upside down. And then we're going to start equal. We're going to start in an equal spot, it says, from where the other one started. Well, it looks like I've actually gone a bit. I don't know if I need to tie a bigger knot as well so it doesn't pull through. Hopefully that's fine. And then it says come across and basically come up to the level, but we're going to go into the middle. So it's like a half stitch to start with is what the book tells us to do. I would have almost been inclined to sort of start it further over, but I'll follow the book. And so again, I didn't do that sort of single stitch approach, but same approach. I'll do the proper one where you pass the needle down here. Just want to make sure you can see, so I might twist it a bit to the side. So I'm just coming up to the sort of halfway point between those two things, passing it down and getting our blanket stitch. And so again, coming up to the middle, hold this down, angle my needle down, pop my needle out and pull it through. So again, coming to the center. So you're basically having your stitches interlocking in the middle, and that's what's going to create your blanket stitch double, as it's called in the book. So same technique, basically just adding another row, which gives us two stitches for the price of one. Keep holding the thread down. Just angling that needle through. As I say, you can do the individual stitches if you want to. So if I did want to do the individual stitches here, I'd just be going down and then I would be coming up like that. So that's the individual stitch variety, but we'll keep doing it the way the book tells us to do it. It's good to be using one of my stitchery books because I have lots of beautiful ones to use and I look through them and I think, oh yeah, that's great, but don't always use them. But this is definitely putting it to good use. And it's funny, some of you have also said you have this book and you haven't necessarily sort of put it to use. So it's great that we're doing it together and we're encouraging each other. Let me know if anyone else has posted pictures or videos. I'd love to link to them from my page or my channel or my videos. And feel free if you want to join our little chats, our live chats that we have when the premiere is showing, if you're able to. Understand that time probably doesn't work for everyone, and not everyone has time to kind of just jump online when there's a premiere. But if you did want to join in, we've had some really good little chats amongst the group. And so at the end, continue to the end of the row, end off as before. So yeah, we end off as before, where we just take it down and anchor our last part. So there's that. Let me just quickly tie it off and then we'll have a look at it together, and then I'll foreshadow what the next stitch is so you can have a think about where you want it to appear. Now I've actually bodged up my knot there, but that's okay. We're just going to knot over it and we will fix it up. It wouldn't be one of my videos without something going a bit bodgy. Okay, there we go. So that's our blanket stitch double, which is actually blanket stitch single, but forming a double. So that's a nice little effect. I do like that. And so the one that we're going to be doing then next, so we've done blanket stitch and we've done blanket stitch double, apologies for the glare. We're then going to be doing blanket stitch pinwheel next time. So we'll just do that as a single stitch, and it makes this lovely sort of sunflower or sun or flower effect. So I'll probably, I'll be working out where I want to draw a circle on my design. So thanks for watching, a shorter one today, and take care everyone. Bye.